Hi friends, welcome to Malaology. I am Teresa, here to share with you my most powerful healing tool. I think it's my most powerful. I have many, so I may come back and say the same thing about another mantra, but today the Pono Pono prayer is my most powerful healing tool. And I talked about Pono Pono briefly in another video, but I didn't explain exactly how it works for me, what I do, and why it works. And I just want to share with you how you can put this into practice now. And I want to give you some ideas on how you might make it your own. But first I'll tell you the basic prayer is very simply, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And we'll do this again later toward the end of the video. I'd like to do this together with you. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do our mantras together in these videos because where two or more people are connected in conscious awakening, in ascension, in light work, it is exponentially more effective and powerful for both of us. So I just want to share that with you. But first, let's talk about why this works. Now, Pono Pono is basically untying a knot of karmic debt. So if somebody hurts you, or if you hurt somebody else, basically you're tying a knot between I would say your consciousness and their consciousness, but it's not quite that. So if you say to a child, you're tone deaf, you can't sing, there is a high likelihood that the child will believe you and won't even try to sing anymore. I've seen this happen fast. For instance, my son, when he was just a child, he was coloring in a coloring book, and somebody told him, you need to color inside the lines. And he never colored in a coloring book again. He just decided, oh, I can't do it, so it's not for me. And it's just that easy and that powerful to affect someone's consciousness with your words and also with your deeds, obviously. So, first of all, watch your words, watch how you speak to one another, watch what you do. Really are affecting one another. So please be kind. All right. So anyways, you have all these knots tying you to other people, and I used to think, hey, I haven't hurt that many people. I've been hurt way more than I've hurt other people, until I started doing the Pono Pono prayer. And then I realized, oh my gosh, there are so many people that I've affected, for good or for bad. We start doing Pono Pono thinking that we are apologizing to people that we've offended. And as we're doing it, we realize, oh, I have a lot more people to apologize to share this prayer with, because even though I haven't hurt them, I've affected them in a way that wasn't of the very highest vibration, of the very highest good. So I need to untie those knots as well. So we have a lot of knots to untie. It's a lot. Basically, I've thought on more than one occasion, geez, I've said the Pono Pono for every single person I've ever come in contact with that I can remember, and animal. And then I will be reading my tarot cards or doing my oracle or communing with Mother Nature or thinking, meditating, whatever it is. And something will trigger a memory and I'll be like, oh my gosh, there's that person. And then when you think of a person, you will think of a whole bunch of other people around that issue that were in that group or that had been affected by this situation, that you will find, oh, I'm going to Pono Pono with them as well. So basically, I will hold my mala And I will be, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Like that. I don't have to go slow. You don't have to go slow. If you went slow, it would take you a really long time to do your mantras, and it's not practical in my life. But if you want to go slow and you have the time and you have, and it works for you that way, then that just go right ahead. Okay. So basically, I'm thinking of every time I say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm thinking of a different person around that situation. And then one situation will lead to another, and a whole bunch of memories will come. So I'll think of a person I offended. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And then I'll think of the person who was sitting next to him. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm thinking of his mother who overheard it. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm thinking of his friend who he told, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm thinking of people who were just in that group who had been affected by the vibe of it. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm thinking of a cousin who reminds me of him. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And the person she dated, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So what kinds of things am I apologizing for? Why am I saying this to everybody in the world? So, like I was saying, we tie knots between our knots of consciousness, basically. And these knots are not our authentic self. So the goal is to bring out the authentic self, to recognize the authentic self, to show the authentic self to one another. And well, that's one of the goals. And in order to achieve this, we need to dig out, unbury ourselves from layers and layers and layers of attachments that we've made, that we've taken on as our own, but that have also been put on us. Like I said, if you tell a child they can't sing, they're probably going to decide, oh, I can't sing, and they probably, very likely, going to grow up not wanting to try to sing. So as a child, it's really easy to see how that works, but as adults, this works very much the same way for us. We like to think that I know who I am, and some people are pretty strong in their identity, and good for them. But nobody really knows who the authentic self is and stands in their own truth and their own power until they do this work. Or there's, some type of ascension, or, some type of enlightenment. That's absolutely possible. So we are detaching ourselves from identities and ideas that have been put on us by other people, and also by the harm we do ourselves when we harm another person. And I say harm when I give somebody a dirty look. Gosh, when you're driving and you're being an aggressive driver or a dangerous driver, when you pass somebody by who looked like they needed help, when you see a mother who you don't agree with the way she's letting her child act in a store, and you just roll your eyes. There are countless ways that we don't act in our highest truth, in our highest vibration. And when we do that, see, our highest vibration is loving kindness. It's light, pure light. It's love, the kind of love that bubbles up with bliss that you have for everyone, and you can't leave anyone out of it, because it is just what you are. You can't not be that. That's the truth of what you are. So when you act outside of that, undo those knots, untie those knots, so you can get closer to who you are, so that you can free that person that you are. that angel that you are, right? So if somebody hurts you, then why are you apologizing? Because I'm putting it all together in a bucket, and that's where it all belongs. Because if I perceive that someone else hurt me, that also is me not being in my authentic truth. My authentic truth cannot be hurt. Course in Miracles starts with the premise, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God, or Goddess, as I like to say. Nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. So if I perceive that someone threatened me or harmed me in any way, I was perceiving outside of my truth. And that knot needs to be undone for my own good. It's for me. It's not for them. I'm not trying to clear anyone's conscience or, help someone on their path. Because when you help yourself, that's, it's not a selfish thing to help yourself. It's what you came to do. Again, that is your authentic truth. You came to be you. I am that I am. I am that I am. Okay? So I would like for you to do this together with me. Grab your mala. It's so much better when 2 or more people do their mantras together. It's wonderful to do your mantras alone. And I encourage you to do your mantras alone all the time. But I would like to do mantra with you as well. Because when we do it together, then the healing, or whatever it is that is our intention with the mantra, is exponentiated. Where 2 or more are gathered in my name, I am there, is what Jesus said, right? And now I'm not a religious person by any stretch of the imagination. And I won't own a religion, no. But there is magic in some of the words that Jesus spoke. And that's one of the magical sentences. Where 2 or more are gathered in my name, I am there. Where 2 or more people share intention for what is highest, what is of the highest vibration, we increase the speed and the efficacy of it. I want to say by tenfold, but it's more than that. It's just infinitely more than we can do on our own. That's why we're together here now. Okay. So think about somebody who you've hurt. It's so much easier to start with somebody you've hurt. Once you've exhausted the people you've hurt, reach for the people who have hurt you. Reach for those and do the same for them. Until you've done every single relationship, every single person you've even bumped into that you had an effect on or had an effect on you that wasn't of the highest vibration. Oh, I wish I had said that a little differently. Oh, anything, okay? It's fast, it's easy. Let it be a regular practice. And I don't say this about most mantras. I don't say, oh, do this mantra as much as you can. In fact, this is the only mantra I say that about. Do this mantra as much as you can. Do it alone. Come back and do it with me again. We span far beyond time and space. Our consciousness are connecting. Consciousnesses are connecting right now. Always. All right, and so as you do the first person, think of all the other people around them, the people and the animals, the spirits, whatever it is that is a consciousness that you feel like, you could have done better. Okay, I'm only going to do 27 because I do pocket malas on my videos. It's just easier for the video. If you want to do 108, Just go around like this, and then, well, if you have a 108 mala, you don't have to turn around, but if you have a pocket mala, go all the way around and then flip it over, put your thumb on the inside, and then go back around that way. All right, it's best not to cross your guru. That's for another video, okay? I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Okay. So I only have to do that 5 or 6 times before my heart starts to swell up and feel lighter and feel brighter like the sun. This practice means so much. Words. The reason that mantra is, one of the reasons that mantra is so effective is because words are effective on our consciousness. We came in as programs. One of the programmers of our computer consciousness, or the very language of our consciousness, is words. No, that's not true. No, it's feelings. Okay, but the programmer of our consciousness, one of those is words. So I'll say the superconscious, the subconscious, all that, feelings, and there are some other things that we'll talk about later. But words mean so much. If there's a book called Water Crystal Healing by Mori Masato, I think that was his name. And it shows how water crystals, when you freeze water, and all you have to do is write a word on the container that houses the water, and water will freeze into a certain pattern. And he showed how if you use the word hate and you put that on the glass, water will freeze up really ugly and deformed. If you use the word love, it'll be symmetrical and beautiful and intricate. And all those, beauty, kindness, there were so many words that they tried, and on the other side, words that were destructive and harmful as well. And it was very consistent and showed every time water, when it crystallized, became deformed and deficient when it lacked a high vibration on the word. So, and it's like Jesus said, another one of Jesus's magical sentences, it's not what goes in the mouth that defiles someone, it's what comes out of the mouth that defiles them. So, again, not religious, okay? I'm just saying, people were giving him a hard time for eating with unclean hands or eating grain that had not been washed from the field. And he just said, hey, what you put into your mouth isn't going to defile you. It's what you say, right? So mantra is really powerful for that reason. It's programming your mind. It's reprogramming you. Because like I said, when you're young, you are in a hypnotic brainwave state. Arguably in theta brainwave state until you're 7 years old, and you're being hypnotized and told what to do, what to be, what you are, right? So we're reprogramming, we're taking that back, we're deciding who we are, we're untying all those knots with this. Okay? So let's talk about those words. I'm sorry. If you've done something wrong, if you've acted in a way that was lower vibration than your authentic self, then you possibly have something to apologize for. But if somebody else hurt you, you're still saying, I'm sorry. What you're saying is, I'm sorry is a way to put yourself under something. Okay? I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry that I perceived you as hurting me. I'm sorry to myself that I allowed myself to think that I could be harmed, because nothing real can be threatened, right? I'm sorry that I'm remembering that. I'm sorry that I've carried that my whole life. Okay? All that. Please forgive me. So you've put yourself under with I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You're reaching up. This is how we untie the knot. Okay? You went under, you're going up. Please forgive me. I want to do better. I want to be better. I am entitled to be forgiven. I am worthy of forgiveness. I am that I am. Okay? Please forgive me. Thank you. Meaning I accept your forgiveness. These people do not need to know what we're doing, okay? So they don't need to forgive us. What we're doing is we're realizing that we are forgiven. We are forgiven. You're forgiven for everything you've done, for every harm you've inflicted and every harm you've perceived has been inflicted upon you, okay? But you're putting yourself in a place where you realize that you are forgiven because you are light. And you are unblemished, right? But you are accepting that a little bit more, right? Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. That's my truth. That's who I am. I've untied the knot, and look, it's only love. I freely love you. Not because we're tied together by karmic bonds of consciousness, not for any other reason other than the fact that I am love, and I am closer to my authentic truth of love now that I've untied that knot. Okay, our relationship is more authentic now. I am more my authentic self now. And I've also cleared you of that karmic debt. It's magic, and it works. So again, do it as much as you can, please. And then come back and tell me how it goes. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Mala blessings, love and light.